Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel leelawebdev. So in this video, we will try to implement the async validators. How we can implement these async validators in the template driven forms. So this is also one of the important concepts which you need to understand it. So now here we are having this template validations component, right? Let's try to implement this template driven component here. So here app-template validations. So this is our component which we are able to see. And here you will be able to see the same thing, template driven form. And now this is our role. So in our previous video, we have already implemented the unique role concept in the reactive forms. So now let's try to use the same concept in this template driven form also. So right now we are having this template validations component. Now we need to implement the unique role validation. So that is nothing but an asynchronous validation. So now here what we need to do it is, you already know that reactive forms means directly you can use it in the component class. So whereas here in this one, what we need to do is we need to initiate as a directive. So let's try to create a directive. So here in our template validations only, here I will create unique role dot directive dot ts file. So this is our unique role. Now let's try to implement this one, export. So this one is not ts file. Okay, let's try go here. I have given it as in comma ts. It should be dot ts. Okay. Now this one is an Angular. Now here what I can do it is export class unique role directive, and this should implement async validators. So this time this should implement the async validator. That's it. And now this one is a directive. Let's go to here. This one is a directive, and in this directive we need to give the selector, and this should be app unique role, whatever the name you want you can give it. And here I can do it as in standalone true. That's it. So now if you want to implement this async validator means, then we need to use the so here you can have it. So we need to implement the validate. I think so, validate only here we need to implement. Yeah, validate control we need to implement, but this time it will return the observable of validations. Okay, fine. So here what we need to do, first of all we need to call the return unique role validator. So this one we need to return it, but here this retakes the validator is an it's an act function, and this you need to, it will return you, it needs to have a abstract control, and also we need to return the actor service. So for this reason what we need to do in our directive.ts file. So here let's go, and here I can have actor service is equal to inject of actor service, and here we need to inject that actor service, this dot actor service, and we need to call this one using the control. That's it. So finish. So we are returning the unique role validator, and we like this. So now this directive we need to use it. So before that we need to provide it as an in this one. So we need to provide it in the async validators. We need to provide it. Now here unique role directive implements the async validator. So now we have completed this one, but in here we need to provide. Okay, so we need to provide, which one you need to provide? This time we need to use the async validators. Okay, and we need to use the use existing common, and here this one is an unique role directive, and you can use the multi-true. That's it. Finish. So now we have implemented this one also. Let's go to the template validations, and here in our template validations we need to implement it here also. That is nothing but unique role directive, and we have implemented this directive also. And let's go to the template validation component.html, and for role you need to implement app unique role. That's it. Finish. So in order to show the errors, what you can do it is here if role dot pending. If it is pending means, then you can show u class is equal to alert hyphen danger. Okay, and alert hyphen danger. So you can also implement in this one only, you can write it, or otherwise. So alert. So okay, fine, we'll write right here only. So checking availability and here, so now, so you can write in such a way that if role dot has error of unique role means, then if it has means, then you can write, again I am writing div class is equal to alert hyphen danger, role is already taken, select, that's it. Let's try to see it. So here I am trying to use it something like hero, so you'll be able to see role is already taken. So like this you can implement it. So if you want to write it here, so you can also implement it something like hero, so checking availability, and you can see that role is already taken. So in this way you can implement the what I want to say is the async validators in the template event. And if you want to have this update on false means, so you can also implement that one also, not a problem. So if you want to get it on the blur means, so what you can do it is, so here you can write ng modal options. So here you will be having the ng modal options. So we'll keep it as like this. Why? Because we need to pass an object, and in this object you will be having something like update on is equal to, you can have a blur. That's it. So now if you try to check the output, same thing, let's refresh. So here when I am trying to write the hero, it will not calculate. When I come outside, then checking availability, role is already taken. So this is how we will be implementing. So this one updates validation only when the user moves away from the input field, reducing the frequency of the validation checks. So because of that reason we will be doing it. So we have seen all the things, something like async validators and all those things also we have seen. So optimizing the async validators. So now since async validators often involve HTTP requests, they can strain your backend if triggered too frequently. So setting update on blur means helps by triggering the validator only when the input field loses the focus. Other options is something like we can also have a change and submit also. Change means runs the validator on every keystroke. Submit means runs validation only on the form submission. So now Angular form handling adds a no validate attribute to disable HTML validations by default. So for example, let's say that here if you try to see, let's see that whether it will apply the form for the form no validate. So here by default it will apply the no validate attribute to disable HTML validation by default. However, if you want to combine Angular and native HTML validation means, you can add the ng native validate. So here you need to implement the ng native validate. So this one you need to include it. So then automatically if you try to see for the form, you will be able to apply the, so here ng the no validate will remove and you can apply it. So you know this is the thing. Adding ng native validate means re-enables your HTML validation, allowing Angular's async validation to coexist with the native browser validation behavior also. So this is one thing. So this is all about the async validations in the template driven form. So by this we have learned all the concepts in the form thing. Hope you understood about this concept. If you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.